The deep ocean has fascinated people for thousands of years. I'm Frank Howarth and I'm Director of the Australian Museum. In these short videos we want to tell you something about the preparations for our very own Deep Oceans exhibition. I'm with Maestri, the Australian Museum's senior 3D designer who's working on the Deep Oceans project. Aaron, tell me, how did you approach the design for Deep Oceans?
I looked at it from the perspective of the visitor's experience, that you would come to the museum maybe not knowing anything about the deep oceans, and I tried to play to people's imagination, tying in with popular culture references, things like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and then starting with that frame of reference, moving into more of the reality of the deep oceans. It's incredibly cold, it's incredibly dark, and there's thousands of tons of pressure pushing down on you. So you want to try and convey some of those ideas, that what an incredibly alien experience it is.
How did you capture some of that hostility, that alien environment in the exhibition design?
I tried to remove all the walls and make the exhibition about small objects like islands, like bubbles floating in a big dark space. The start of the exhibition is suggestive of being in a submarine. It's also kind of historically how people saw the deep ocean. You always had a very limited field of view, whether you were looking out of the window of a submarine or you were just dragging stuff up in a net. You only ever got glances at things, and your view was always very limited and small and tight. And so the start of the exhibition is like that, and then as you walk through to the second half of the exhibition, it's as if you've stepped out of the submarine and into the deep ocean, and the gallery opens up around you and you get more of a sense of the vastness of it. The specimens are so strange. If it wasn't the real thing, you'd never believe it could exist.
How do you want a person who walks out of the exhibition to feel?
Feel like they've really travelled to the bottom of the ocean. When you go to the beach and you're standing in the water, to think after you've seen this show that, well, you've only got to go just that little bit further out and down and down, and all that stuff, all that weird stuff is just there.